Hello and welcome on ABN Weekly News Hour. I am Wumi Alabi. First, the headlines. The former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, says the assessment of the administration of President Goodluck Jonathan is underperforming and rated below average. President Goodluck Jonathan unveils the new 100 Naira notes in Nigeria. INEC will engage the Air Force, Navy, and other security in the 2015 election, and the terrorist group Boko Haram captures another town called Damasak in Borno State, part of Nigeria. Now the news in full. President Goodluck Jonathan, Ogun State Governor Senator Ibikunle Amoso, his Delta State counterpart Mr. Emmanuel Idoaga, and former Lagos State Governor Alhaji Lateef Kayode Jakonde were among eminent Nigerians who were at Ikene Remo, the country home of the Awolowo's family, to celebrate Mrs. H.I.D. Awolowo's 99th birthday anniversary. The birthday anniversary was held at the family chapel at the Anglican Communion. Meanwhile, the goodwill message of the president was read to the audience by one of the grandchildren of the celebrant, Mr. Ayotola Adedeji, where the president described the celebrant as eventful and fulfilling. The Reverend of the Jebu Southwest chapter of the Anglican Communion, Right Reverend Babatunde Ogubanwo, while speaking on the state of the nation, charged Nigerian politicians to embrace the politics of sacrifice, just as exhibited by the late sage Chief Obafemi Awolowo during his time. The former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, has debunked a statement accredited to President Goodluck Jonathan administration as better than his. Obasanjo said Jonathan's administration is underperforming and described the administration as below average. In a likewise manner, the presidency, in a statement personally signed by the Special Assistant to the President on Public Affairs, Mr. Doni Okukwe, said every comment of Obasanjo was untrue, misleading, and clearly do not tally with the issues on ground, stating that no administration since independence in 1960 in Nigeria has ever done as much as President Jonathan's administration. He thereby made mention of sectors where Jonathan administration has been upright, such as empowering farmers in the agricultural sector, aviation, and power sector. Meanwhile, the Yoruba group had also warned Chief Obasanjo to stop attacks on President Goodluck Jonathan. Mr. Yinka Odumaki, who is the patron of the group, says Obasanjo lacks moral rights to cast aspersion on the administration of President Jonathan since he had the opportunity to rule the country recently. The group further said, despite the huge financial commitment to the power sector, Obasanjo was still unable to go beyond 2,000 megawatts, whereas in less than 4 years, President Jonathan administration has reached 5,000 megawatts. The Obasanjo administration was thereby considered as underperformed and below average. President Goodluck Jonathan on Wednesday unveiled a new 100 Naira note at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The Vice President, Nnamdi Sambo, the Governor Central of Nigeria, Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and Mr. Godwin Emefiele were present during the unveiling, briefing the President and his cabinet on the new note. The CBN Governor said the new note was designed to commemorate the 100 years of nationhood of Nigeria, heading that several countries like Morocco, Russia, and Costa Rica had done the same to mark events in histories, saying that the new note has the most advanced security features in the world. President Jonathan thereby thanked the CBN for initiating the commemorative note. The front side of the note retained the portrait of the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, while the back side incorporates the QRC window, which entails significant information that gives highlights on Nigeria's 100 years journey, thereby making it one of the best paper banknotes. Using smartphones as identity and security tools for information as relevant. Just a few minutes after the Speaker of House of Representatives, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, was compelled to trek into the main complex of the National Assembly, a cloud of tear gas smoke covered the reception area of the Parliament. This was reported to have been released by the security men present at the complex since that morning, making lawmakers rush out of the complex because of the smoke-filled area in order to avoid being choked. Meanwhile, the occurrence prompted the Senate President, David Mark, to order the shutdown of the complex, which will remain under lock till next week, Tuesday. Edo State Governor Adams Oshiomhole has warned President Goodluck Jonathan not to expect up to 5% votes from the people of Edo State in 2015, noting that the president has nothing to show for the 2011 95% voters he got in the state. Oshiomhole was also responding to the comments of the president that Edo State would fall into the PDP in 2015. Oshiomhole maintained that people will resist the plan to capture the states. Oshiomhole also noted that Jonathan released 2 billion naira to the states controlled by PDP from ecological funds, but refused to give anything to all progressive Congress-captured states. He thereby advised Jonathan to be civil with his choice of words and not to cause violence in the country, adding that military languages should no longer be in use in a democratic country like Nigeria. We'll take a break now, don't go away. We'll be back soon. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has said it will engage the services of Nigerian Air Force, Navy, and other security agencies for adequate security during the general election come 2015. The Commission's resident electoral commissioner in Taraba State, Mr. Austin Okoji, disclosed this while addressing Batch B corps members at the NYC orientation camp in Jalingo. He said the move was necessary given reasons of unsecurity level condition of the country. It was also reported that the Commission is making arrangements with Nigerian Air Force, Navy, and other security agencies to ensure the safety of lives and property in Nigeria. It has been reported that another town in Borno State, part of Nigeria, called Damasak, has been captured by the terrorist group Boko Haram on Tuesday, chasing 300 soldiers away from the state. A military source revealed that the terrorists had earlier attacked the town in northern part of the state just 2 Fridays ago, but lost 5 men before the latter came back last Tuesday morning in a full-fledged capture of the town. This led to the fleeing of the Nigerian troop. Meanwhile, the military confirmed that the local hunters and the civilian JTF has been the provider of local intelligence to them in terms of fighting against Boko Haram in the states. The Area K Command of the Lagos State Police Command recovered about 1,700 permanent cards PVC from the Seme bush last weekend. Confirming the incidents, the Police PRO Lagos State Command, Kenneth Nwosu, a deputy superintendent of police, said the cards were abandoned. He also said the police attached to Area K recovered about 1,700 PVC abandoned cards by an unknown person in the Seme bush. The voters' cards were suspected to have been stolen from members of staff of the INEC at the Ajeromi area of Lagos State. A bomb blast was reported to have occurred in Maiduguri Monday Market in Nigeria, killing at least 35 persons. The medical practitioners in the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, UMTH, where the corpses were deposited at that about noon time, equally revealed that 42 persons were brought to the hospital for different injuries. The public relations officer of the Borno Police Command, Gibeon Jubril, has also confirmed the explosion but could not give the number of casualties. The Thanksgiving feast is a family gathering, meals, and bargain shopping holiday season marked annually and in every last Thursday in the month of November in the United States of America. Report says on the eve of the holiday, President Barack Obama and his family handed out food to clients of a center in Washington that provides food, clothing, and other services to the poor. Tradition reveals that the first American Thanksgiving occurred in the year 1621, with the early North American settlers commemorating a harvest after a harsh winter. The nation's president, the first president of the nation, George Washington, thereby declared it a national holiday in the year 1789. ABN Television is hereby wishing American and all Nigerians, especially in Houston, Texas, a happy season. That's all on ABN Television Weekly News Hour. But before we go, let's take a reminder of the headlines we told you. We told you that the former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, says the assessment of President Goodluck Jonathan administration is underperforming and thereby rated below average. We said President Jonathan unveils the new 100 Naira note on Tuesday. We also told you that INEC will engage the Air Force, Navy, and other security agencies in the 2015 election. And finally, we told you that the terrorist sect Boko Haram captured the Damasak town of the Borno State. Thanks for joining us again this week on ABN Television Weekly News Hour. Till we come your way again next weekend, I remain Wumi Alabi and keep watching ABN Television.